Hi, good evening. It's me. I'm not about to tell fortunes or tarot, it's just my hair is a mess and my niece is coming tomorrow to turn me back into a blonde. So I just couldn't be bothered. It wouldn't go up, it wouldn't do anything. I just had this huge black line across the middle. So I decided to put an even huger black line across the middle. No, I didn't make it myself. I bought it from good old trusty eBay. I think it was from a company called Boohoo or Boho. I think it's Boohoo. It's just basically a knitted band with this heart thing made out of beads that sort of jangles. I put it in the middle at first, but I did look like I got a turban on. I really did look like I should be telling fortunes. Not a lot to show you. Gigi's just gone home. It's quite early, actually. It's about 7:25, so he's gone home early today. I was a bit worried about him today, actually. He's very, very tender when I touched him. I don't know whether he's bumped himself or whether he's, just got a pull muscle in his side. And I've told his daddy to, keep a close eye on him, like over the weekend. I don't think he's done anything major. He's not broken anything. He's such a tiny little thing, He's certainly not fallen. But I knew there was something wrong with him today because he was wincing when I was touching him. He was like, "Well, get off me." And he's been itching ever since he's been to the dog washer. Don't know what they used on him. The Dialer dog wash woman, he used to smell a bit like a toilet, but when he came out, she didn't use the nicest shampoo in the world, but he didn't itch. But he went to another place and he's been itching like crazy. He's got to go and see the vet next week for his annual checkup and everything, so I said if he's still itching, mention it. Maybe he can have something like, like we humans take Piriton. I don't know what you call it in the States, but if you have an allergic reaction to anything, I'm allergic to some of the tablets that I take, and I never know which ones. I'm not like allergic to penicillin or anything, but then I can scratch myself raw. Anyway, I came on really, not because I've got anything to tell you, but unless I come on tomorrow, it'll probably be the last opportunity I get to do one for a while, unless it's during the daytime. The folks are coming back tomorrow and I haven't tidied up and the house is a wreck and yes, so I'm going to have a busy day tomorrow. I've got to do some shopping, obviously, because they want a bit of food when they come back, because they're not coming back till very, very late, probably past midnight tomorrow. And I haven't made the bed yet or washed up. I did wash up from before, but I haven't washed up since yesterday. Anyway, nothing much has been done in my knitting or my crochet. My crochet has got about another 2 rows on it, I think. That's it. My knitting's probably got about another 4 rows on it, and that was it. I was so tired again last night. I don't know what is wrong with me. I know I suffer from the sad syndrome, but see, the knitting's not grown much, maybe about 2 or 3 rows, but that's about it. It really, really does depress me. I just sit around going like that all the time, falling asleep when I'm supposed to be doing things. Anyway, the postman came today with 2 parcels, but neither one of them was for me. I presume it's some lights or whatever for the new house, yeah, or whatever it is. Anyway, this book, it's an old book. I got it from one of my the second-hand booksellers. It came all the way from the USA. When did it become United States and not United States of America? It was always USA, and now all of a sudden it's US. Don't know. It's called Posh Pooches, and it's 12 knitting patterns for the well-dressed dog. It's by, can't read it. That is weird writing. Oh, something peanut. It's not that I haven't got my glasses on, it's like weird writing. Now I'm going to look even more daft now. Trixie Peanut. I'm sure she's really not called Trixie Peanut, but if you are, I do apologise. And it's little doggies wearing coats. And it says, follow the clear step-by-step directions to craft 12 doggy patterns Some of them are scarves anyway, they're not all coats. So telling you how to measure your doggy and where to measure him from and to. I didn't measure him today because he was out of sorts. That's a rib scarf set. That reminds me of Margaret Orlando. She made for Bentley, she made a scarf for her dog Bentley. This one is the basic sweater. I quite like it, but I think the collar's a bit big, but it might be because that dog's got a particularly narrow head. It doesn't look so big on the other doggies, does it? This one is called as a baseball jersey. I mean, the one I like the best actually is the one on the front. And I mean, look how cute that little doggy looks in his baseball jersey. Then there's an embroidered dog bed. It's just got zzz on it. And a super warm, bulky sweater. That looks a little bit big for that dog. Maybe they didn't measure him very well. That's a polo shirt done in stripes with a little collar. It's the same polo. That's a ribbon dress if you have a little girly dog. I don't think Gigi would appreciate having a ribbon tied around him. This is a bullseye sweater. Not keen on that one. Herringbone jacket for a little sausage dog or Daxi. That's the Argyle sweater. So far I still like the one on the front cover. Well, that's not a bad fit. I just don't like the Argyle pattern, but that's easily missed off, isn't it? I've actually got another pattern which I think I prefer better, even though I've got this book, because I was waiting for this book to come to decide. Now that Gigi would just definitely not wear that. That's a zipped up anorak with a hood. No. I mean, I think that dog's face says it all, doesn't it? Like, get me out of this, please. It looks stupid. And he definitely doesn't like it. His face is like, what on earth? That's a patchwork blanket for doggies. I did Gigi one in the that soft squishy wool. He still prefers sitting on me. This is just, I'll tell you how to do the duplicate stitching. Duplicate stitches is great if you want to just put a little motif on something, but it's also great if you've put a purl stitch somewhere where you should have a knit stitch, you know? You can just go over it with the same colour yarn and cover up a multitude of sins. I've used it quite a lot. Or if I've been knitting something that's had, you know, intarsia pattern on it, like a, you know, an animal or something on it for a child. And you know those fiddly little one stitches of a colour. You know, instead of fiddling about just doing one stitch of black or one stitch of white or whatever, I just knit the big whole thing. And then I embroider over, you know, do the duplicate stitch over the little bits that's supposed to have a little stitch of pink here or a little stitch of white there. Because there's too much stranding otherwise. It makes, you know, this colour work thing a lot more complex than it is. I was watching somebody who's done colour work and they made a mistake on the back of the hat. I was thinking, just do a duplicate stitch over it and nobody will notice. I can't remember who it was now. Somebody that I watch. I'm still trying to catch up. Everybody's doing vlogmases as well. One I forgot yesterday that I watched is Frances, I think it's Sipple or Sipple. It's S-I-P-L-E. And she lives in the Alaska. And it looks mighty blooming cold over there. Not for me. And she came from somewhere warm in America originally. Sorry, I have to take my painkillers. he's not very warm. Right, this is a back issue. I ordered it off eBay because I wanted that. You order a crochet pattern, but because you want the free gift. I used to have one of these in metal years ago when I was younger. I don't know where it went, it's lost. I don't know how come it's got lost because I'm sure it's somewhere. I'll probably find it at the bottom of my knitting bag sometime. Maybe when I'm clearing out. I know I've still got it. And it's, you know, it does the decreases, increases, how many times. It's great if you're doing anywhere pattern. Otherwise I've got bits of paper everywhere. Right, put the old bins on again. This one is issue 31, so I think it's a fair way back, isn't it? I don't know what issue we're up to now. The issue where I'm supposed to be doing my cardigan, I think. Or is this one? Is this one simply crochet? No, it's not, it's inside crochet. Anyway, I'm sure we're much, much further on than 31. Anyway, we'll see what it says. They don't say any dates on them. I don't know why they don't, but they don't. To be honest, I'm not all that keen on anything in the book, but that's the King Cole patterns. They're very nice, but they're motifs. You know how much I love motifs. I thought that they were actually shoulder shawls, but they're supposed to be wall hangings. It's macrame. I think I did it one time, but I'm not sure I want to do it again. This is the page, you know, just showing you there's crochet hooks and different patterns, and then there's like a seahorse. I think it is. What else have we got? Little neon noses. Oh, it must be before May, because this is saying about Black Sheep having some crafting things in May. So it is an old book, yeah. Well, I knew it was an old book, but that's how far back it was. It was May. So that's a shop in Huddersfield, is it? Oh, I don't know where it is. Oh no, a Devon-based yarn store called Hulu. So one thing I like about these, you know, the UK books is they do tell me where I could get yarn from in different places. That's the Retro Revival. Gosh, I remember those colours. I had a rug, a long-haired rug, done all in these colours in wool when I first got married. Because my three-piece suite was really weird. It was like a deck chair in bright browns and orange flowers it was. And everybody that came in went, oh, that's unusual. That's why we chose it actually, because it was unusual. I never did see another one like it. There's Matt's. And it wasn't a cheap one either. We got it from a very nice place in Manchester called Waring and Gillow. If you're local to Manchester, you know what it was. It was a very posh shop. Very posh indeed. You had to wipe your feet, you know, on the way in. It was one of those. That's a nice cushion. Again, these colours are very, very sort of late 60s, 70s. Because my whole house was sort of done in browns and oranges. My carpet was brown. And the wallpaper had orange flowers on it. Just one wall. Feature wall. See, we were doing feature walls back in 1968. Way before Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen thought about them. Fab floral cushions. Mats and coasters, all in this browny orange. Yeah, I like that chevron cushion. Reminds me very much of school. When we used to eat at school, when we were still in the junior school, that's like under the age of 10 or 11, I don't know what you would call her, the one who used to teach us crafting, she used to get this lovely fabric and it had like little slumps in it, and you got your embroidery thread and you wove it up and then down and up and then down, and then you'd do each row one after it, and it made this lovely zigzag pattern like that chevron. never seen the fabric since. Mind you, we are talking 60 years ago. No, more than that, 65 years ago. So, adverts, adverts, adverts and more adverts. There's Bertie Bear for those of you who like the amigurumis. I mean, you can probably still get this issue. If you go and look for back issues, you can probably still get it. That's Pink Champagne. I think it's sort of like a huge cow. It's popcorn stitches. Oh, my favourite. Oh no, it's a shawl. It's a shawl. That's a headband. Now I'm sure I have seen this somewhere recently. I don't know whether I've seen it on Ravelry or whether I've seen it in somebody's blog. But it's a neck, what do you call them, neck warmer and a headband. If I haven't seen that one, I've seen one very, very much like it. This is Tunisian. I'm a bit rubbish at Tunisian. Especially, I could do the stitches, but I mean especially, you know, working colour work as well. That would be a recipe for disaster with me. Popcorn stitch. There we go. My favourite. Not. I can do the one where you do all the stitches in one, but you finish them all off, if you know what I mean. You call them double crochets. You do like 5 double crochets and you finish them off. Take the hook out, go back to the first one and then hook it through. I can do that stitch, but it's when you have to go over, 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 over and pull the thread through 7. Ugh. No. Yeah, that's the stitch I can do actually, popcorn. Baby wearing too small hat. Why can't they find a child that fits the hat? I'm sure it would look rather nice. Meet the career crocheter. Who is she? Let's have a look at her. Oh, she's Oregon resident Selena Batcher, is it? B-A-C-A? Batcher? I would love to be a career crocheter. If I was a career crocheter, my career is it the skids. That's cute if you've got little girls. Fairy dust. My great granddaughters used to like dressing up when they were young, but now they're all too past all that. Those are pretty, although I never see the point of more cozies, but they are pretty. It would just be one more thing to wash in my case, because I'd have dribbles running all down the side. This is Crochet It Green. Eco yarns. I mean, I'm all for all this eco yarns, I really am, but they're so expensive. Absolutely so expensive. Colour wheel, that's a rainbow work of art for your bed or sofa. I have absolutely got no way I would be bored halfway through. And then this is just the show us yours, you know, the things that people have made from previous books. Shawl Superstars, that's just showing the new yarn, which obviously isn't new anymore because it's been going around since last May. And that's showing you how to do surface crochet. I have done a bit of that, but I'm not that good at it actually. Digital daisies. What else have we got? Nothing much. Now it's showing you what's in next month's. Oh, there's a lucky clover. It's showing you what's in next month. Now I did buy next month because if you remember, I made that for my, I think it was my great niece I made it for. But I couldn't get the colours because we couldn't get the colours in, it was done in Aran, so I had to fiddle about, mess about and adapt, and I don't think she ever wore it. And that's, again, I think it's a vintage pattern again. And that's terrible. It says, get 15% off your next order with this coupon code. I don't think that coupon code will work now, do you? Well, you never know. You never know. You never know. What was I going to say? Take my glasses off. Can't see a damn thing. I can only see to read in my glasses. I can't see across the room with my glasses on, which is why I don't wear them all the time. I wouldn't be able to watch the TV with them on. It'd be like that. I should in actual fact have 2 pairs of glasses, but I thought, no way. No way. I'm going to have my painkiller. Excuse me. Excuse me. I should have had it with my evening meal. We call it dinner. Some people call dinner at lunchtime. I call mine at night time. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it, saying, what do you have for your evening meal? If you want to know what I had tomato soup and a sandwich. Because I don't cook. I'm like, don't cook, can't cook, won't cook. That's probably the reason why I keep this, this sylph-like figure, because I don't eat properly. I got another reminder to go back and have my blood pressure checked again. I think the nurses up there like me. They're always sending me little messages. Yeah, so I've got such a lot to do before tomorrow. Luckily they're not coming back till about midnight, so I've still got time to run the hoover around, because I haven't got the dog to bother about. Get this fringe cut because it's in my eyes and I can't stand it. I've cut it once, but my idea of cutting a fringe is like a dachshund leg, you know. I had a little topic I was going to talk about today, but I can't remember what it was. I know it was a bit of a continuation from my little whingy whine yesterday. Because somebody else was saying the same thing about, do we not make the right things, you know, things like that. So if you have any suggestions, and please not anything to do with circles, no Afghans, and no toys. Don't do those. If you've got any suggestions or colours or things that you think might be sellers for me, please feel free to give me a little note in the bottom. But as I said, nothing too complex at all. People always want to, when I ask them for suggestions, they always want me to make like long, fine crochet skirts. Yes, it would be very nice to make those. And if I had a commission to make one, if somebody was going to give me a lot of money to make one, I would do it. But I would have to spend forever making it because it's fine cotton. That's another thing I won't do. Doilies, mats. Don't mind doing thick doilies, but I don't want to do those flimsy little things. I know that, what's she called? That lady who's in the piney woods. Not Lisa. Can't think what she's called. She does all this really fine mat work and things like that. She makes beautiful things, but that's just not my cup of tea. Can't remember what she's called. Vintage something in the piney woods, I think she's called. Because Lisa's pine notes, isn't she? So that's not Lisa. I'm not talking about Lisa. If I remember, I'll put a little link on in the note things at the bottom, show notes or whatever they are. Yeah. Another thing I don't understand, can you tell me what is the difference between a podcast, a video and a vlog? Do I do any of those three, or do I just talk in front of a camera? I don't know whether I do. I mean, what defines the difference between a podcast, a vlog, and a video? Because I think I do videos, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Who knows? You know, maybe I should change the name to podcast. Jan's podcast number 300 and whatever it is. I couldn't keep count. You'd have to remind me. You'd have to shout back to the camera, it's number 305 today. You're on the wrong number. I can't even remember my door number, let alone what number of video I'm making. I'm hopeless, hopeless. So I don't know now what to do, whether to go upstairs, try and make the beds, or whether to just get my knitting and watch the telly. Very tempted to do the last, so I can get a bit more done, you know, than what I've already done. I've not been on Facebook. I briefly jumped on to say thank you to Amy for sending me the parcel. But apart from that, I've not been on. I'm trying to kind of stay away from, you know, the media. But I mean, you've got to go on, haven't you, to look at your emails and stuff like that. And I get sucked into it. And then I get so cross with myself because I'm thinking, I could have been doing this and I could have been doing that. I need, when I get my craft room, I need to set myself a routine. You know, from such an hour to such an hour, I will be in a craft room, yeah? And treat it more like a job, rather than just, you know, piddle about doing this and piddling about doing that. I don't know. How do you work it out, you know? How do you work out your time for crafting and your time for doing your jobs? And I lack structure. I admire people, like Beautiful Things. She's got this planner, you know, and she's got written down what she's got to achieve and everything like that. I would probably forget to do the planner, you know. How do you do it? How do you do it? You know, is it just that you just craft in the evening when you're watching the TV? Or if you have a little business, say for example, it doesn't have to be knit or crochet, just a little business where you sell things or whatever. You know, do you plan if you work from home, do you plan your day? You know, do you set aside, right, from this time in the morning till that time, I'm going to do my work, you know, for sale? Or maybe you write for a commission or something, you know, you don't have to be craft or something like that. Lots of people work from home. They can be accountants, they can be anything, can't they? How do you set aside your time? Because I'm very, very bad at that. Allocating my time, I think it's called, isn't it? Time management? Is that what it's called? I tell you, if one of these time and motion people came anywhere near me, they'd have a fit. Because I flit round all day and achieve nothing. Nothing at all. And I mean to do so much. I get up in the morning and I'm set. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do the other. And then I turn on the PC and then I get sucked in for about 2 hours looking at my emails, people's videos, whatever. And I'm not one that can sort of sit, if I'm not dressed or something, I'm in a dressing gown, I can't sit and watch a video. I should really be firm with myself and say, right, no videos till you've been up and had your shower and you've got dressed. Happened again today, didn't it? The parcel man came the minute I got in the shower. I could wait in all day, and I'll swear if I had a shower at 5 to 10 in the evening, the doorbell would ring. They do it to me every time. There must be I said there's a light must come on outside the bathroom door when I go upstairs to get a shower or anything. And I'm not a long showerer. You know, I just go in, wash my hair, wash my body, get out, get dried. I'm not one that lingers about. And, you know, some people take showers last about 3/4 of an hour, don't they? I'm not like that. I'm in and I'm out and I'm dressed. That's me done. I'm wearing one of my magnificent eBay designs. And I think this one came from Ephraim, I think this is an Ephraim. You see, you can't really write a note on them, can you? Put a big label on saying who gave me these things. Or where I got them from. But I've got a feeling, I'm sure that Ephraim, or maybe it was Sue. Can't remember. Somebody tell me. Anyway, it is now 10 to 8, so I've been on here for half an hour. And I really need to get something done, if it's only wash the dishes. Because if I get up in the morning and they're all there, I'll be going, oh, please no. All the dishes are still there. So the little thing that's ticking away here says I've been on for 30 minutes because I set it for 40. But I'm not going to talk for 40 minutes because I've run out of things to say. I was going to have a topic I was going to talk to you about, but it's gone out my head. Because that is just me. Brain of a flea. This is going to be given away. It is getting on my nerves already. And it's going further up my head. It's creeping up. It started off over my ears. I've got very, very slidey hair. When I put any hats on, they just start going, they flirt up. It's doing it now. Look, you can see it, it's going straight over my ears. I don't know why it happens, but it does. I envy people whose hats stay on the head. Mine finishes up, I look like a pixie by the time I've come back down. I'm going down the road and of course my head's joggling about because I'm on the scooter. And my hat will start off here. And then when I take it off, it's here. And I've got this sort of point thing going on at the top. And I look so silly. Or if I make a hat that's slacker, looser, and I put it on, I'm going down the road like that. By the time I get here, I'm like just about peeping out over the hat, you know, it's about here. I don't suit hats. End of story. They're just not me. I've got so many sun hats and everything, and I look a bonny one in them. I really do. But they keep the sun off my face, and that's the most vital thing. Even though we've had no sun to keep off my face. Maybe it was me buying about 5 sun hats that did it. I kept buying one sun hat, and they're only cheap ones. But no, don't like that one, doesn't suit me. So I send off for another hat. And then passable, but it really doesn't suit me, so I'd send off for another one. So I finished up with about 5 sun hats now, and none of them suit me. I should have a sun hat sale. Right, I'm going to see if there's anything nice on the TV tonight to watch at 8 o'clock, which I don't think there is. I think my ex-husband used to say that the TV companies were in cahoots with the breweries because they make Saturday night and Friday night TV so atrocious that you go out for a drink. Oh well, maybe I will have a drink tonight, maybe I will. Don't often have an alcoholic drink. But I do have some of those little cans, you know, where they're very, very cheap and they sort of wave the alcohol over them in passing, you know. It's a lot of whatever it is, the soft part of the drink. And then when they're going along on a conveyor belt, they must go drip, drip, drip with a bit of alcohol because they don't taste of alcohol at all. So I might have one of those. You get a faint taste of whatever's in them. You know, if it's vodka or rum or whatever, you get a faint taste. But no way will they even send you the wee bit tipsy. No way. Right, I'm going to go. So if I do make a video tomorrow, I'm not sure if I will. It'll be just to show you that I don't have black roots anymore. And maybe my fridge will be cut. Who knows? And hopefully I'll have made my son's bed and hoovered up. And I've definitely got to go and do those dishes. This is me reverting back to type, isn't it? 1 week and I've gone back to sloth. I hate housework. Hate it with a passion. I do it because, you know, you can't have a dirty house, can you? I do it, but some women just love to get the duster and the polish out, don't they? And they love their house to be sparkling morning till night. Not me. Not me. When I start noticing it's got a bit dusty, I'll do it. But I don't get up with a relish and get my duster out every morning, do I? Heck. I need a maid. I need a social secretary to list all my things and put them on Etsy. because I've got some things to list at the weekend, and I probably won't do them because I'll be too busy clearing up and cleaning up. And need a cook. Definitely need a cook because I'm rubbish. And a cleaner. And can I add in a masseuse, you know, to work on my old bones and give them a rub down? What else would I like? Can't say fingers because I haven't got any fingernails to do. Toes, I would like a chiropodist on call, you know, that comes and does my little toenails and everything, sucks my feet and massages my legs, you know, and things like that, puts all cream all over me. Oh, but nice that. And we went to, where did we go to? Forget where we went to, but we went to one of these saunas, you know, the old-fashioned sauna. There was a big group of us went, and we went and sat in this great room that was all like marble, and they had these like brass bowl things like that, and it was really hot, and they would just throw icy water all over you, and he would go like that with it, this bloke, and then he would just choof, and you'd be thinking he was going to throw it on somebody else, and he'd throw it on you. But then we had a massage. It was like, it wasn't one of these, you know, seedy massages or anything, because we were all in the same room, but they just took you up in turns and they put you on this big, like a marble slab with towels over you. You had your swimsuit on and that, and he scrubbed me all over with this. It felt like a Brillo pad, but it wasn't. Scrubbed me all over, and then they swill you down and everything like that. Then they massage you, and then they'd wash your hair, put your hair under this tap thing, and they really massage your hair, like a, you know, an Indian head massage. It was supposed to be like a Turkish bath, it was, and that's where we were. We were in Turkey. I was with my friend, that's where we were. I knew I'd had it done somewhere. When we came out, it was like all your skin was just glowing. You felt like you'd been scrubbed within an inch of your life. And you were so, everybody was sitting. Then we had a meal afterwards, and we were all sitting around the table, all these, you know, coach load of people, all like glowing. But oh, my skin felt so clean and so wonderful after that. Yeah, be nice to have one of those. I don't want much, do I? If I win that, look at me, my ears are now, they've come up over my ears now. Headbands and I just do not see eye to eye. Yeah, if I win the lottery, I'll go on a cruise where I get all this treatment, you know, and I'll call everybody's places. You can all meet me. I'll go around America cruise, stopping off at different ports. Yeah. Or I'll get a private jet and I'll fly over there. Because I don't want to fly economy and get my legs all squashed up in a lump for about 6 or 7 hours, whatever it is, 10 hours, I don't know how long it takes from the US to here. I'm sure Terry will tell me, I know that Zoe will tell me how long it takes. But I can't do with having my legs squashed up. I have to walk around, and, you know, because of my problems with mobility. I mean, I'm very prone to get, I've already had a blood clot in my leg once, so I'm a bit scared of that. Right. Well, this won't get the baby a new dress, as they used to say in the old days. I better get some done. So if I don't see you tomorrow, enjoy your weekend. And bye, everybody. Andy is waving goodbye, goodbye. Ooh.